This is super cool. We're gonna be taking this over, and the first time you could really come out to appreciate this is gonna be the last Sunday in June. I believe it's the 24th or the 26th. The last Sunday in June is when you want to come out here. So the last Sunday in any month is when they do like their airsoft only events. If you come on a Saturday or any other day, it's going to be airsoft mixed with paintball. That gets a little weird. Not bad. I mean, you can do it, but what I'm looking for is the last Sunday in every month is airsoft centric, no paintballers. Maybe if I can get like the hyperball field up, and we could put paintballers off on the side and just have them do their own thing. Cool, I can make some more money doing that. But on the main acreage field will just be airsofters. And we're gonna have big boy rules, big boy LMG rules, big boy DMR rules, use up to .32s, or maybe I'll even go higher. I gotta see what the insurance is gonna let me do, or what the industry standard is. However, this is going to be the premier milsim field in Northern California, and I would love anyone's argument to say, no, it's not, here's why. You tell me what the best milsim field is and why, because I'm about to create it. Hello. Got some tires back here, just some more kind of mishmash debris, a satellite dish apparently. Well, I hope to kind of make this prettier looking, but look at this layout. Decent cover to cover, but you have also basically a creek bed down in here. I don't know if you can, so here's kind of the drop off. Here's the creek bed going through here. A Willie Jeep. Another vehicle, more just sort of point-to-point coverage spots here and there. But look at how killer this layout is. So there's your little check-in shack. Here's where you walk in. You walk. And Chrono is actually right here. This is the Chrono / little shooting range. So if you want to check your hop ups or just sort of fart around with your gun and adjust something, you can do it right here, and it's totally okay. As we make a left from Chrono, they have this cool little tote field. What we're gonna try and do with this tote field is sort of net it off. You can see it has poles right here, and these poles also run down here. So we're trying to make some sort of pulley system so that this field can be its own separate entity. So you could have, like, you know, a small group of kids here, maybe a party here, and then everyone else just sort of farting around out here in the main acreage. As we keep walking, this is still viewable from the staging area. So there's a staging area right in here, there's the parking lot, and that's the Chrono spot over there. Here's the little totes field they have. I forgot what this name of this was, but this is also another smaller field that can be incorporated into the larger field. The field in its entirety is about 8 or so acres, so there's a lot. But if you want a true to form outdoor field for airsoft in NorCal or in paintball, this is pretty much it. No one else, look at this. Look at this around me. No one else really has a field that's true outdoors style. So I'm walking up a little hill right now. This is, I believe they call this the castle. This is going to be kind of redone. We're going to clean that up a little bit so it doesn't look so worn down. We're going to give that a little bit of a facelift. They have this giant, look at this thing, this giant tunnel looking deal right down in there. Bro, here's another killer thing. So to the left of this tunnel, look at this. Look at all this cool stuff you could play on. So let's go down in here. I don't know what this section is called, but I love it because it's so very different than anything else you're gonna see at any other field in NorCal. There's not even really a lot of fields in California that have a layout like this. This is pretty sweet. I really like what they have for a layout here. So we're walking past everything. Here's another giant sort of tunnel. So this will probably be like a capturable objective, so I might put a flag up there. I kind of want to turn this into like a small base, like a capturable objective. So like the flag could be in here, or maybe we drill a hole through there or something, but something cool happens. But this is pretty sick looking. Here's the other end of that big one, piping. We're still walking, still walking. So directionally, staging is over there, that totes field is over there, chrono is over there. We're still walking. I'm about a couple hundred yards maybe away from that main staging point. Check this out, dude. Look at this. God, I hope I don't die. Okay, look at this. But you want like a true to form outdoor mill sim style map. This is, look, that's a dump truck. Let's walk over there and see that. So it's got a dump truck here. A lot of this I want to clean up and get, I don't like using pallets or anything like that, but like the way they have vehicles incorporated, the way that they use certain aspects of the topography. So like this is a woods ball thing. I'm not really they had this for an event. I'm gonna clean that up. I'm not a huge fan of too much of this. There's a woods ball tournament. They wanted this boarded up. We'll take that down. Look at that giant pipe that you can play in. Going back up this little path here. Da 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 da. This is a hike. Am I winded? God, I'm fat. Here's another truck. And some openings in here. Some of these like IBC totes I'm kind of okay with because it does provide some aspects of cover in like large open spaces. Everyone knows I don't like large open spaces. So like this, we're gonna have to do something with this to close this up a little bit and make this a little bit more protected and less just like someone just threw up garbage as like a barricade. That's not cool. But again, if you look at this layout and then you look, there's boats. Look, Playline 707 has one boat. This one has two, huh? But if you look at this layout and you compare it to other outdoor fields, it's not just open acreage. So you look at like Hill 559, it's just open grassland with hills and some structures, but it's cool, I guess, but there's not a lot to the environment. Versus if you look at everything going on here, there's vehicles, there's different pieces of cover, there will be some structures, some actual more structure to it. There's these, I don't know what those cemented in spoolie things are that we saw earlier, but it is a vastly unique loadout or layout than what you see at your normal airsoft or a paintball field, because it's 8 acres. Bro, look at this. This is that part I was talking about earlier that I want to turn to like a base or whatever. I really like this because you could climb all over. So you can be ground level, or you could somewhat climb up here and have some slightly higher positions of advantage. You could have the high ground. You can't really have quote unquote high ground in a lot of places in airsoft because the field is ground level, unless they've made a 2-story structure, which costs a lot of money and requires building permits. You can't just do that unless you're doing something illegal. This is, right now we're on the back part of the property. So on the other side of here, like I believe that's Feather River. So obviously that's the limit line. It's kind of windy, so I hope you can hear me. A few more totes again, but these totes really exist to sort of break up how open this is, which I'm not really mad at. That is something I want to improve. But bro, there's just like an ambulance here. That's so cool. You have all these kids that are like, you know, Why don't you have, I want vehicle, you should put vehicles at true aim. Where are you gonna put them? You know how expensive that is? You should put a trench system in there. You know how much of a pain in the ass it is to dig a trench system? It floods in the winter. And it's kind of dangerous that if you don't see where you're going. We also have night games, so that's not safe either. But if I can do a trench system that's above ground, like a mound style field in the back part, I'll do that. And that's kind of a trench system, but it's a trench system above ground, which is much safer than a trench system below ground. So this is that back part I was just at. Here's that ambulance. The very front of the property is over there. Chrono's like a few hundred yards over there, whatever, a couple acres over there. So I'm in the back corner with this flipped up truck, just hanging out, looking super cool. But this is I like how open this is, because you look at this little pathway and it's really just covered with foliage. Like it's just one piece of natural cover, or a series of pieces of natural cover with different brushes and spots you can hide in. Like this is the field you want to take a ghillie suit to. Let's be honest, you take a ghillie suit to a CQB field, you're gonna get made fun of. Probably by me, because what you're doing is stupid. I love you, I know you like, I want to wear ghillie suits. It's dumb. You cleared a room with a ghillie suit. Go to combat zone paintball in Oroville and put your stupid ghillie suit on so you can actually blend in with the topography, bro. There's just a blown out car here for no reason. I love it. Dude, this layout is so cool. Okay, so that's that little pathway I just walked down. That, I don't know if you can see it, that fence line. So this is that tote field over there, and that's the main wall and the check-in over there. Lengthwise from that main net wall to that corner I was just at, a couple hundred yards maybe, give or take in there. So it's a pretty sizable field, bro. So this way, it's only a couple hundred yards, but going this way, that's where it opens up. So it's like a rectangle turned on its side.